care unit doctor, and she's like basically admitting that she's MAGA. TikTok doctor MAGA.
Rochester.
Oh no, right there. NICU doctor
This
wants
one?
everyone to know that she's MAGA.
Yeah, it might be the first one actually. Yeah, this lady.
So I never
We should
do
talk about this.
I've very rarely ever posted. I don't think I've posted in 3 years on this TikTok.
But it's like it's a
But
doctor
I'm sick
who's
and tired of hearing how much of an uneducated white woman I am because I voted for Donald Trump. This uneducated white woman is going to save your baby's life someday.
I don't think so.
That uneducated white woman down the street, she's a PA at your doctor's office. That man that you think is an idiot runs your nuclear power plant. They're teachers. They're engineers.
these are all
They're
people who can be
farmers.
stupid.
Yeah.
They're your blue-collar workers. And you know what? They were sick and tired of how this country is run. And they may have been silent about it, but they spoke up. And they spoke up in the voting booth. Welcome to America.
This was in November when he won.
Do the people at home really need me
So I
to
never
react
do
to
that.
this dumb, stupid shit?
You get pretty riled up. It's pretty funny.
Huh?
The streets need it.
It's like
The streets need
you get pretty riled up. It's pretty funny.
it, but this is the dumbest fucking thing. Like,
Hi, I'm a doctor and I'm smart. No, bitch.
let me tell you what I think about doctors.
You know what
Okay,
drugs I've done with doctors? Most doctors are fucking dumb.
You know what they call the lowest grade person in med school?
No,
A doctor.
a doctor, blammo. That's good.
I don't
That
get
was
it.
good. You still
A
get
person who has
seized at
Oh, yeah,
degrees
yeah.
even in medical school, dog.
Right.
But here's my thing on doctors. Right, these are kids who are good at school.
Is this running?
we're running. We're rolling.
They're good at school.
We're coming in hot.
right.
For doctors.
And
Wait, before we go on this tirade, I'm just gonna preempt all the. He's just jealous. He's not a doctor. Look at my life. What? There's nothing to be jealous of. I've seen man. You know how many doctors I know who wish they were living the life I live? And I'm not trying to brag. I'm just saying, like, there's nothing to be jealous of. Yeah, look, I wish my brain were capable of understanding the stuff you need to be a physician.
Do you really though?
No, I mean, look, there's a skill set I don't have that I didn't get over the hump of organic chemistry, but every doctor knows at least one doctor where like, yo, how the fuck did this idiot become a doctor? I could have easily been that guy. No problem. If I just had no other capabilities and went to St. George to become a physician and then moved back to the States after I got my degree in the Caribbean, which I'm not knocking the Caribbean school degrees, by the way. They're still doctors. But shout out to all the Nimesh Patels. This is a cardiologist. Which Nimesh Patel is this guy? Neurosurgery.
we probably can't show this guy for legal reasons.
No, yeah, probably we can't show
It's
this
a
guy.
public profile.
I don't know. I don't know if we could show this guy for legal
Yeah,
reasons.
yeah.
But
There's a billion Nimesh Patels that are doctors. I could easily been that Nimesh Patel that are doctors. So there's no jealousy here. By the way.
I don't know who gives, like, is that doctor's number one?
Yeah. Oh, you're just jealous.
Just jealous.
This is just jealous you couldn't become a physician. Bro, try becoming a comedian.
What?
It's exponentially harder to be this level of comedian than it is to be whatever level of doctor there is. I would say that probably.
Listen, as a common man,
to be a top neurosurgeon and to be a top comedian, okay, probably equivalent.
as a common man here, okay, I don't care what profession you have. If you're a fuckhead,
Right.
let's just be real fucking
Facts.
facts, okay? You could be an astrophysicist and you could have invented some shit that makes my life better, but if some dumb shit comes out your fucking mouth,
Right.
you are a fuckhead.
You are a fuckhead.
Okay? Or if you're a cruel person or a bad person
You're a fuckhead.
or selfish
Right.
or evil, you are a fuckhead.
Right. Fact.
That's it. I'm jealous that I wasn't a doctor. Okay, great. I'm not jealous that I'm not a piece of shit like you.
Right. I will save your kid's life.
No,
from
you
death."
fucking won't.
You
What do they do?
stupid
Like, what
twat.
do doctors even do now? They just show up and they're like they're in and out.
Doctors are
They do in
a valuable part of society, an important part of society.
Are you making the debate that nurses do most of the stuff and doctors just come in and go out? That's what you're saying? In and out?
Sure.
No, nurses are very important too. Let's not stray away from our core argument that just because you're a doctor doesn't mean
You're smart.
You're smart.
Yeah, well, doctors are good at school. And then you also have all the social reinforcement that you're smart.
Right.
So your family's so proud of you that you're a doctor. And so then you grow up with arrogance. And then also I'll have some grace, right? You probably see some shit. You're traumatized from watching people die. And that shuts off a part of your brain. But
You
know
have
what?
to shut that part of your brain off.
You have to shut
otherwise
that
you'll
part
go
of your brain
crazy.
off, like that empathy part of your brain. But then, you get your W-2 and you're like, oh my God, I'm paying too much in taxes. And then you become a fuckhead again. It's a...
Yeah, I wonder what this lady was mad about how the country is being run. Look, where is she? She's in Rochester.
Like if you're like, yeah, I'm curious what people are mostly mad because of inequality, right? People are mostly mad because of inequality. And like there are people in this country that are struggling to pump gas.
Hey, always cool to see someone from your very small Catholic elementary school end up going viral for being a dipshit.
Yeah, well, this shit like this, like there are people who are like struggling to pump their gas, pay their Mint Mobile bill.
I wonder how she feels about all that federal medical research being cut that would help to continue save babies' lives.
Are we even sure this lady's an actual doctor?
We have no idea. This is also one of these things. It could just be AI.
No, it's not.
Bro,
AI.
AI's gotten pretty good.
AI's gotten pretty good, dude.
I saw a Neil deGrasse Tyson clip the other day when it took me solid 30 seconds to realize that because the words he was saying didn't match his cadence of how he usually talks, like the vocabulary, and it was just an AI video. But it's so hard to tell.
Wait, I need to double back here. You were shaking your head. Why do you think doctors are smart?
I don't think doctors. Well, there's a range, right? I think most.
There's a
doctors-
range of everything.
So I'm just like, I don't want to just say doctors are dumb as a blanket statement, but also there's some good doctors. I have doctors in my family. He has doctors in his family. There's some.
I have doctors in my family, but I'll tell you from personal experience, like especially South Asian families, you get glazed by everybody for becoming a doctor.
Yeah,
and then that makes you, when you get glazed, that makes your opinions much more calcified than anybody else, because now you think you're smart, your family thinks you're smart, so everything that comes out of your mouth is smart. But and so you like, there's no feedback loop. There's nobody calling you a fuckhead.
Right. Yeah, well, I mean, because it's family, you can't say, "Hey, family, you're a fuckhead."
I do all the time.
Yeah.
If they're a fuckhead, if you're a fuckhead, if you're an evil person, like
But
you
like,
should be
that's the
called
thing.
out,
But I don't think
or dumb, or
that's
wrong, or cruel.
I did say it's very callous of you to my cousin to feel the way that you're feeling about these things, and then I just went off the rails like, you voted for a rapist.
Yeah, I mean, there's all that shit too. There's so much shit. There's so much extra shit you could layer on.
And then he said, "Well, yeah, he's a flawed guy." I'm like, no.
Oh my God.
Flawed is like getting hangry when you're an adult, or like or snapping at somebody or being rude. You don't go to jail for being flawed. No one's suing you in civil court for $90 million because you didn't hold the door open for them. But this is the country that we live in. This is where we're at. This is what the internet has done to people's brains.
I wonder if the internet's really the internet, because these boomer dads also make these kinds of arguments way before the internet. They made these arguments about why black people should drink from different water fountains. You know what I'm saying? All this crazy dumb bullshit, and they just ate it up before the internet, when they were reading newspapers or listening to their little AM radio. Fuck their brains up. You know what I mean?
I wonder,
brain rot's an old thing.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I wonder how, like, no one starts a blank slate. You know what I mean? In terms of how their political beliefs or the policy beliefs or their moral beliefs or their values.
You get it from your parents.
You get it from your parents. You get it from society, and then there's probably like a germ of something that you want to believe, so then you go to try to confirmation bias that whole shit. And there's a I think doctors are especially susceptible to the idea that if you work really hard and you commit to something, that you will then become successful, and that there's opportunity to do that, especially like
The Reagan shit. Yeah.
yeah, the Reaganomics of it all.
Yeah, the Reagan shit. Yeah.
And doctors are like especially indoctrinated by that idea, I think, for whatever reason.
It's because they forget. First of all, most doctors are like typically middle class kids.
Yep.
And they forget that even them being middle class gives them such a huge advantage, because it doesn't feel like you have an advantage, right? Because you're growing up in a house, regular sized house, and you grew up in the MTV Cribs era, and you thought that having like, you know, a real like huge mansion is what gives you privilege. You forget that like you're just lucky for being middle class, especially if you come from India or Bangladesh. Like, you're real fucking lucky that you got to grow up in, you know, any normal American town. But people forget that. But shit.
That's the argument that a lot. I'm just using my cousin and to extrapolate it to everybody else. His argument is that they came from poverty and were pretty not poor, but not. They didn't start from middle class. They started probably lower middle class, or like 8 people in one house kind of thing, and then became middle class to the point where then they were able to afford becoming physicians themselves.
Sure, social mobility.
Yeah, social mobility. And the argument that he makes is that social mobility is more possible now than ever, and therefore America is doing better than it's ever been doing. And my counter is always like, yeah, but the country should be judged by how it treats its worse off people, and we don't treat our poor people well at all.
Time out. If he said that to me, that social mobility is more accessible now. First of all, if I agree with him, social mobility is a mark of a healthy society.
Correct.
You should be able to move up.
Yes.
And meet your basic needs, right? But if someone said that to me, that it's more available now than ever before, I'd be like, cite your sources, dog. Where is that coming from? Let's not even get. How do you agree with that? Like, how do you believe that?
I couldn't.
You got to stop him in his tracks. And you got to ask him more probing questions. Be a hostile witness. Answer every question with a question.
It's really hard.
And watch him fucking unravel. Yeah, because you want to slap the shit out of him. But just calm down and say, why do you think that? Tell me more.
It's really hard to... Sarthik, what are you searching, bro? What is pansexuality? Futures babies mamas. What is pansexuality?
Pansexuality is
Project Texas.
I was looking up all his baby mamas.
Let's quickly help Sarthik out.
Hold on. Keep scrolling. Let's net meaning explain.
Oh man, we're violating you with your search history,
index
dog.
Funds. Heart rate. What happened to you, bro? Oh my God.
It sounds like a bender. It's just the one, the long, the bender. And then days left in Trump term in the middle. Oh, fuck. It's just going to keep spiraling.
Sad Gen Z graduate. What happened? Oh my goodness, bro.
It's pretty crazy how good this is, though.
What is this?
It's just their image.
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT, like image generation model.
Oh yeah, I bet it's pretty strong.
It's insane. Some of these are actually crazy, but
what is pansexuality? It's called pansexuality. I'll tell you. It's called being a trisexual.
Don't you just want to fuck everybody?
That's what it is.
You just want to fuck everybody.
I saw it on Hinge. I was on Hinge and somebody had pansexual, and I was trying to confirm.
It's also being a trisexual. You'll try anything.
What pansexual? Someone who's attracted to people regardless of their gender or gender identity. That means they're romantic or sexual isn't limited by whether someone's male, female, non-binary. Okay.
Everybody.
You just want to fuck everybody. You're just horny.
Is JD Vance a pansexual because he fucks at couches?
JD Vance is.
I feel like JD Vance is a pansexual.
How long has it been since we've done an episode? Because we did it before the Pope.
Oh yeah,
2 weeks. We got an American Pope.
This is going to be a long episode. I feel like we should hold on.
All right, let's get this part over with, guys.
If you're just joining us, if you're not a physician that immediately left after our diatribe against physicians, and you're joining us at What is Pansexuality? This is Gucci Turban. I'm Gucci Nimesh Patel, and that's Turban Asif. I think, aka the Jam Boys. We're here. This is going to be a long episode because we were off last week because I was out on a bender in Miami. And since then, the world's changed a lot. We got a American Pope.
World War III.
World War III. India and Pakistan almost went to World War III, and then the God himself, Donald Trump, saved us.
What did he do? He did something?
Nothing at all. He was probably just
I thought that little Indian kid saved us.
You both look the same. So, look. Marco Rubio sat in an office with someone from Pakistan and someone from India and was like, you guys need to stop this for another 3 years and then get back at it when the next president comes in.
Anytime you need to distract your populations from something, just
It's been a
grand
wild
opening,
week.
grand closing.
It's been a wild week and a half since the time we got off.
Yeah, I mean, I posted just the thing that I'm your kid Instagram. What's his name? Ahmed.
I don't know his name.
The guy who created Deli Boys. No, not this kid.
Oh, yeah. Why are you guys fighting? You look
Why you guys fighting? You look the same.
from Deli Boys.
And people got my DMs mad.
Well, they could say that about Israel, Gaza, too.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
100%. But
Or the Balkans.
people got in my DMs like, you don't know anything about our country. Stop talking about our history. I'm like, bro, like, first of all, I posted one thing. Second of all, I've said plenty about all this stuff. Get off my dick.
If you guys love India so much, why do you need so much validation from an American comic?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you guys?
There's nothing else to do in India.
Go
bro.
fuck a flag on your own time.
Yeah, there's nothing else to do in India. That's why.
I think you go for a jog.
Some guy DM'd me like, shut the fuck up, brother. Keep my country's name out of your dirty mouth.
He said that?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And I was like, bro, shut the fuck up. What are you gonna do about it? And he's like, please, I'll kick your ass while I work my IT job. And I was just like,
Wow, Jesus.
conversation.
I was just like, bro, like, okay, stay in India, you fucking loser. You couldn't get a visa if you wanted, and then I just blocked his ass. But it's just I have no idea what's going on over there where they're so adamant. Like this is all I shared.
Yeah,
This screenshot from Deli Boys. So you guys hate each other even though you look exactly alike, and people just get livid, bro.
I mean, that makes me livid because it's funny coming from a fucking European white guy, because white people, English and the French, been fighting for fucking hundreds of years.
Well, no, I mean, this guy's not European white.
Well, in the show, what is he supposed to be?
he's supposed to be like
Yeah.
Mexican, I think.
No, no, this is an Italian guy in the show.
Is
Yeah.
it Italian?
But he's just talking shit to the two rival gang people.
Yeah, but all these conflicts across the world are where people look like Greece and Turkey, England and France,
Oh yeah, it's because it's over
Africa
land.
and Africa,
Russia and
Russia
Ukraine.
and the Balkans, Ukraine, right? They're the same fucking, like, they look the same. I'm not saying they're the same people, but they look the same.
Well, it's a range, right?
Yeah.
As you go geographically, it just slightly changes, but it's all over land. So it's of course going to be
Yeah,
the
and
person closest to you.
You're being finessed.
Did they even determine who attacked
That's something that's like
the Kashmir thing?
well, the thing is like the
Like tourist place?
Indian government says pretty like accurately that like these were the organization. I think it's called like TRS was the organization that's like linked with Lashkar-e-Toiba, I think.
Lakshari Taiba or something.
Something like that, who's like that's like a different
A
organization.
Pakistan terrorist organization?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So India is very adamant that like we've done our research, like the facts, and like all these people, they were linked, and they were also showing these images of the people who their missiles targeted, the 5 locations that they targeted, and the people that got killed. Their funerals were being conducted, or at least like this is the image that they're showing, where the army, Pakistani army, is like standing behind the funerals and the this right here, this guy.
We have the capacity to really punish them harder.
About the warning that Pakistan
It's so
has
crazy
issued, saying the world will find out when
It's
they do
crazy that
strike
if you
back.
say there should be peace,
that the original
that
escalation
Indians will be in your
Pakistan's
DMs telling you to
sponsored
suck
terror
their
group's
dicks.
Attack
Yeah.
on civilians.
What people who want war.
On 22nd April. Our response
I think
Someone
thereafter was
messaged me
precise,
this
targeted,
chick. I'm assuming
reasonable, and
Reams
moderate.
A
It was
not 56 or
focused
something.
principally and solely
And
on
she was
terrorist
like,
infrastructure.
"You'll twerk for
Spoken to a
Palestine, but
retired
won't say
general
anything
who,
about
in
Pakistan
who
terrorism." I'm just like,
referenced, India funding
"I'm
and
twerking
backing
for
the Baluch
Palestine? What the
liberation.
fuck are you talking
Well,
about,
look,
lady?"
let me show you
And I was
this
like, first of all,
graph.
This right here.
what is this
yesterday,
music?
to your viewers, this person here is a sanctioned terrorist under the American sanctions regime. His name is Hafiz Abdurrauf. He's the brother of the founder of the terrorist groups that you're mentioning.
It's got a Russian name and shit.
Pakistani
All right.
military.
What a
Look at the
Pakistani
puffins
name,
there. They have the
fellas.
Pakistani national flag. If you're going to be giving terrorists state funerals, what does that make of your system? If Pakistan escalates it, we have the capacity
What
to
is the
really
point of
punish
this?
them harder.
They're just trying to conflate the attacks with the whole government to
Yeah.
justify the war.
Yeah, I get it. And look, I mean, if those people are Pakistani state-sponsored terrorists, then India's actions to bomb some places, I feel like might be a little justified.
Yeah,
But
I don't know.
But to say that there should be peace and then be like, "Oh, fuck you," it's ridiculous.
I think we work under the assumption that everybody wants peace at their heart. You know what I mean?
But we don't. But they
that's
don't.
not true.
No.
Especially with this Trump shit. Like all these people, they don't want good things to happen. They just want to win. That's what they want. They just want to be right. That's like what drives them. It's not peace or being a good person. Like that might be in there somewhere, but it's just being right. It's like they have to be right.
What are we gonna do, man?
Just give up, guys. Remember, every week I'm going to say this. Let's just give
just
up.
give up till
Let's
war
just give up.
continues.
Yeah, let's just give up.
Bill Gates giving up.
Yeah, Bill Gates giving up. I mean, he saw a lot of shit with Epstein, though.
Yeah, I know he's done a lot. Those bags under his eyes are.
Yeah, he's seen a lot of things.
Hold on 1 second. We didn't do any dad jokes.
Yep.
Damn, I thought we were going to.
You thought you were gonna skirt the dad jokes? Come on, man.
No, we can't because then that's when the comments come after me. Is when with the dad jokes. They like the brain rot people come after you for saying we should have peace, and they come after me for when we don't do dad jokes.
I had a dream last night about orange soda. I woke up and realized it was just a fantasy. Fanta, that's a good drop in of the Fanta.
Yeah, I'm more of a sun-kissed guy.
Yeah. Exceptionally bad dad jokes. So frightfully awful yet wonderfully spiffing. Volume 1. Thank you for we're still reading from this book.
You give me that look, I know it's gonna be fucking. And he's gonna throw like a cutter right at me.
Yeah, I you saw those videos of ICE?
Yeah.
Pretty messed up, man.
Yep.
Pretty messed up. Like that woman being arrested and stuff. I got interrogated the other day for the theft of a cheese sandwich. They really grilled me.
That was a long one. That was a long
I had to
That
take
was a long one. Also, I got angry about the ice shit.
I had to take
And
it
then you
sideways.
said cheese sandwich. I was like, God damn it.
I had to take it sideways, bro. I had to cleanse the palate from fantasy. Anyway, I slept like a log last night. I woke up in the fireplace. Nice. That's pretty good. This is a classic. This is pretty funny, but I think you'll see this one coming. All right, this is an actual dad joke, and it's a setup punch. Why do chicken coops only have 2 doors? Because if they had 4, they'd be chicken sedans. That's classic, dude. Come on, man. Come on. Vroom, vroom. Okay. Well, this is stupid. Did you hear about the cheese factory explosion in France?
No.
There's nothing left but debris.
A lot of cheese jokes in this section. In this section of this book. This is the cheese section.
Oh, man. Fucking Pope. A priest recently had a bug infestation in church. He said, "Let us spray." I don't like that one either. I don't like that one that much. I usually don't dislike dad jokes, but for whatever reason, that one really bothered me. Okay. I think that's done. This is a stupid one. I'm not doing that one. What happened? Just cut it. Just edit this part while I'm searching. Have you heard about? No, that's dumb. You ever try to eat a clock? It's really time consuming.
That's good.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Those are the dad jokes that we've got for today. Maybe I'll have some more tomorrow. Okay, back to the lecture at hand. What were we talking shit about?
Pope.
The Pope.
Who cares about the Pope?
They're from Chicago, bro.
So went to Villanova, so Knicks fans are excited.
Yeah.
And
but who cares,
Eagles
though?
Fans are
No,
excited.
because even the people, Catholics, who are supposed to care about the Pope, like,
Yeah, man,
you didn't give a shit when Trump made
Pope
himself
sucks.
the Pope.
The Pope don't. If the Pope people listen to the Pope, the world would be a better place. But no one listens to the Pope. It's just a guy. This is the chief money launderer of the Catholic Church. That's all that shit is. The Catholic Church is just a money
I wouldn't
laundering.
go that far. I'm just saying I'm just saying it's ceremonial.
Catholic Church is a money laundering organization.
Okay.
It's fact, bro. It's fact. What do they do with all the money? They just buy churches.
Nah, bro, you see those even the Vatican?
No.
Silk is expensive.
Why the
dog.
fuck would I
It's
go to
mad
the Vatican?
silk. You know, see history,
But, you know,
white people history.
There was a guy, a cardinal, who got convicted of fraud for millions of dollars.
Yeah, but it's not the Catholic Church. That's all religion.
It's all. I mean, look. I mean, you could replace Catholic Church with Hindu Church, with Jewish Church, whatever the fuck it is. They're all just money laundering organizations. This is just money laundering. This is the chief money launderer is now from Chicago. That's all that shit is. And I stand by that. I stand on business. If you're Catholic and you would come at me, feel free, but do it on the Patreon. Thank you very much.
All right. Well, if you're Catholic, I didn't say shit. Okay.
Why?
Because I'm not trying to come after that.
Why? What, the Catholics? You're afraid of the Catholics?
Dude, I'm afraid of all Christians.
Why?
I'm
Are you more-
motioning at genuinely everything.
Are you more scared of Christians, or are you more scared of the Hare Krishnas?
The Christians. What the Hare Krishna's going to do? Sing songs at me?
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare. Yeah,
Just annoy me
At
with
least
their
their
books.
songs slap.
You know?
Hare Krishna's got George Harrison. You know, the Beatles.
They do got good songs.
George Harrison.
You don't like the Beatles?
I'm not going to go back to this.
Asif does not like the Beatles.
Okay, it's not that I don't like the
hates
Beatles.
Jesus.
I just don't. First of all, I love Jesus. Okay,
Catholic Church, all churches just launder money, and then they do all this other stuff to pretend that they don't launder money. That's all this shit is, dude.
I don't think they pretend. You go to churches, they're nice, man. They got gold and shit in there. I don't think any religious people really pretend. It's mad gold and shit
What do you
and
mean,
ornate.
Pretend what?
Like that they're not money laundering.
Because
you know, there's everything's so ornate. Religious things, right? Furniture is expensive.
They got us.
They're not going to IKEA.
They got to spend that shit.
Everything's custom made. It's stone
I mean,
cathedrals.
the Mormon Church has like a $70 billion endowment or something.
It's got to be bigger than that. That sounds low to me.
The Church of Latter-day Saints has like a $70 billion endowment.
So, but I would figure even be bigger than that.
Just type
It's
in
like the state GDP of Utah.
Yeah. Type in the endowment. For what do they need that much money? Are they like they could be saving so many people?
They could be saving their own people.
No, this. I mean, what the fuck is this is you search for the endowment in terms of like a biblical sense.
Yeah.
How much money does the Mormon Church have? It's something insane. It might be 100 billion. There it is. $265 billion.
Yeah, those are 70s low, bro. That's tithe the money.
$265 billion.
This is a good business idea for us.
I'm telling you, man.
A religion?
Yeah.
Which brings us to our next GoFundMe, GoFundMe.com/Nimesh and Asif start a church.
Yes. I would. Actually, this sounds like a great idea.
What would you call your...
The Jam Boys Denominational Church of Freedom and Peace.
Jam.
Right? The Jam Boys Denominational Church of Freedom and Peace. And money. Give us money.
I'll come up with something good.
That's what I'm like. Look, $265 billion. Tell me for what? How?
I mean, these churches are so big, there should be no poor Mormons or Catholics.
No.
You know what I mean?
The Catholic Church owns the most property in New York City.
Well, Western religions, like these are centralized. That's the difference with like India and shit, because India is like each temple's its own fucking thing.
Well, no, I mean,
there are centralized ones too.
Yeah, I'm not even going to name them because they're all fucking nuts.
Yeah, but like, no, it's more like, you got your local shit. These organizations are all centralized. The Church of Latter-day Saints in Utah, you send money to it.
I've been to,
all their satellite
Salt Lake
churches send
City,
money
that
to
shit
it.
is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
It looks like the UN.
The Vatican's like that too. All these archdioceses send money to it's all a network, centralized network of money.
Laundering.
Yeah, but what are they using it for? Is it just the ornate stuff?
No. The stuff they
lawsuits?
just buy mad property.
The settlements?
They just buy the settlements. No, if they were using it for settlements, there'd be a lot of rich victims going around. No, it's just
They
use it to buy property. They use it to buy property, and they live secretly lavish lives. I bet. You've never seen a Hindu.
So it's a real estate play?
Yeah.
All religions just a real estate play?
100%, dude. And then they probably there's probably tentacles and everything. They probably own random ass businesses that just cleanse money for them. It's all just money laundering, bro. At the end of the day, I'll die on that hill. Our religion is money laundering.
I think someone might kill you on a hill.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right. Sarthak's nodding like, yep, that's how he's going to go.
Yeah.
He's going to walk up a hill in Fort Greene, and someone's going to be
some Hindus are like, what did you say?
like a Hindu guy, an Orthodox Jewish guy, a Catholic cardinal,
and a Muslim
shoot you, and then
they're
walk
gonna be
out.
like, are you here to kill Nimesh? Are you here to kill Nimesh? But yeah, we go. How are you going to
Let's
kill?
all shoot him together, and then there will be peace.
They get into one big argument about where I'm going to go in the afterlife. In that argument, I have time to make my runaway. Anyway, fuck the Pope.
For the record, I love the Pope.
It's the first American Pope.
The first American Pope and the last American Pope.
They floated the idea of a black Pope for 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And then they were like, no, wait.
What else happened? Is there any other stuff news-wise that happened?
I mean, Knicks.
Yeah, sure. The Knicks.
NBA playoffs have been crazy.
Yeah, they have been amazing.
If you're a degenerate gambler, you've made a ton of money.
I'm not a degenerate gambler, but I am a gambler. And I have made some money.
So yeah, if you're a gambler, you've made some money.
I was so mad I was in Florida when the Knicks were down 20 points in game 1 or 2, game 1, and I wanted the in-game bet at that point was I think plus 2,000 or something, plus 3,000.
Yeah, it was crazy
when they were down. And I definitely would have bet. A small amount of money I would have paid for my trip in Florida had I bet at that time.
I was actually in the at MSG at game 2. You know that outside because I was leaving work during the game, like where that section is where Side Talk does their, you know, like the Bing Bong area,
Yeah.
and they were down 6, and I was like, should I wait here? And then you could just feel it getting crazier and crazier, crazier. I was like, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna, and I was also got the contact high from that. So they're all fucking super high, but I wish I stayed. 'Cause I actually like it when the Knicks win because of that Side Talk reaction. Those people going crazy.
It's
It's the funniest thing in the world.
I was out front. I mean, in the living room, and unfortunately, was sleeping because I think it was they were down 20 or something.
Yeah,
They came up.
And I put the bet in when it was like plus 500. I guess the odds in game 1 were just astronomical.
1100,
yeah, something crazy. But no, I put an in-game bet in when they were down 20, third quarter, and I was like, let's see what happens. And I put in $100, and as they're clawing back, I was just like, yes. But like when they were down 5, I was ready to scream, but looking at just like sleeping on the monitor, blank her name out. And when they can't, I would talk to yo, they're gonna win this game. And in my head, I wish I parlayed it because in my head I was like, I know Mikhail's gonna go off because he had 0 points until the fourth quarter, and it was just like, all right. Mikhail's about to do. I'm going to call him Mickle because that's my friend's name. Mickle Bridges.
Is Mickle an Indian name?
Yes, it is.
It is?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of it?
It's the
I don't
first
know.
time I've heard of it.
Maybe your friend Mickle's really Mikhail.
No, it's not. But it's been fun to gamble on.
Does this mean you're pro gambling now? We should just advertise it. DraftKings.
Kevin
Hart needs more money.
I've never been anti-gambling. I'm anti the advertisement of gambling because it's a vice and an addiction.
Are we advertising gambling right now?
I'm just saying I do it. I don't think if you're...
Yeah, but you got some young, impressionable Gen Z followers of yours that are like...
Well, kids don't do it.
Hey, don't...
Kids, don't be like him. Right?
Yes.
How do we stop it? There's some 17-year-old listening to this right now that's going to do a same game parlay.
Well, if you can figure out how to do a 17-year-old... If a 17-year-old can figure out how to do a same game parlay, then maybe he should be doing 17.
Come on, get your dad's phone and... You know the passcode already. What are you guys doing?
You switch sides, bro.
I didn't switch sides. I've been pro all of this shit.
Okay,
I'm pro. If you want to throw your life away and be a piece of shit, go for it. You know? This is America, man. You could do that. We got all these other problems. Gambling is not one of them.
Gambling is a problem, bro.
It is a problem.
Yeah, we got bigger fish to fry, okay? If you want a same game parlay because Kevin Hart told you to do it while he's doing a fucking dance, you deserve to lose your money. And, you know,
Someone on the other side deserves to make it.
It's DraftKings that's making the money and Kevin Hart.
Right.
Who's getting paid millions on those commercials.
Yeah, maybe I will sell my soul. This brought to you by DraftKings.
Yeah.
I was F1. You were in my...
Oh, F1 was fucking sick. Granted, like, that's me right there.
Yeah.
That's what I look like when I'm trashed.
That's a live photo of you.
That's a live photo of
in
me
Miami.
At Miami, dressed as my uncle. Someone asked me when I was lit, like, why. I was like, they were like, who are you going for? I was like, Lewis. And it was like, why? I was like, black dudes. Because F1 is a racist sport.
Yeah, it's just the capitalism on wheels.
And when Lewis started F1, Italians would throw bananas at his ass.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's like
actually, you know what? When we talked about this in the past in another pod, one of the commenters were like, Europe's not racist at all. You guys throw bananas at black soccer players.
Right.
You're crazy racist. If that happened at an NBA game, there'd be a war.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So, Europe, all right.
Check yourself.
Check yourself.
Get some air conditioning, you pieces of shit. No, I'm just
Yeah. Stop being racist.
Yeah.
Stop pretending you're not.
Right.
Go to a soccer game. You love it. You all watch it.
Well, did you fly back into Newark?
I did not fly back into Newark.
Oh yeah, Newark had some kind of strike. What was it? What was the issue in Newark? Oh, the air controllers lost.
Newark is just really it's suffering right now, man. It is not safe. Do not fly into Newark. Jesus Christ.
Oh, they said it's not safe straight up. Holy shit.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't know this?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I knew they had issues,
This
but
was like Thursday, Friday.
because I had people who I work with were flying in there.
Yeah, no, don't fly in there. Somebody I know, I don't know who told me this, but they were taking a red eye into Newark from West Coast, and their plane didn't leave for 4 hours.
Yeah, my cousins got delayed flying back to from Miami like 3 or 4 hours. I'm flying. I only fly to New York airports, but Newark seems like a complete shit show. It's going to be a shit show for a while.
My friend flew into Vegas and his plane did a double bounce.
Mm-hmm.
So like it landed, touched down, and bounced, and then it came around, and it touched down and bounced again, and then it came around and finally landed, which like never happens.
Right.
And he was sitting next to like a retired Delta pilot. It's on a Delta flight, who was like, you know, like he was like everybody knew this guy on the plane. Like he was just flying to Vegas, and after the first double bounce, he was like, "Oh, it's all good. It shit happens all the time." They go around the second one, he starts panicking. My buddy looks at his phone and he's texting his wife like, "We're gonna die."
Oh yeah, you
like,
told
get
me
your
this.
shit.
I think you told this on the
Yeah.
I said this on the pod already.
Yeah.
And then then they finally came around.
It is a wild story.
Yeah, and they double bounced because they almost hit a plane in midair.
Yep.
So planes.
Yeah, no, it's
The federal government needs money. Who knew? Who knew the FAA would need money?
Yeah, I mean this.
What do our genius doctors have to say about this?
Don't fly.
Huh? Do you really need to fly?
Flying is safer than it's ever been. Sometimes accidents happen. Okay.
Oh my God.
I feel like things are going to get worse before they get better.
Oh yeah. They're already getting worse. They arrested the mayor of Newark.
Yeah.
The Newark's going through it.
So here's the thing, like I'm not one of these like we've been calling them fascists for a while. And
Look at these cowards, bro. ICE is a bunch of fucking cowards. They're all masked up like a bunch of bitches. Show your face if you're going to be a tough guy. You know what I mean? Look at these fucking losers. Look at these fucking losers. Homeland Security, we're ICE, we're fucking losers, bro. And it's the crazy part is it's like people of all races. White,
what is it?
black,
New Jersey
Latino.
PD would have to protect the mayor against ICE, though, right? Like what? I don't understand. Like Newark PD. I mean, like, how does this work?
I have no idea.
This is like I'm not one of these people that just jumps to call like right wing people fascists, but this is some fascist shit.
100%.
This is some actual like not you're listening to a comedy podcast, but this is like not great.
Yeah, no, it's not a good sign.
What do we do, guys? Just give up.
You got to first crash out.
Crash out first.
You got to first crash out.
I started already. I'm going against the Catholic Church. Fuck the Pope.
Yeah, you just said that. He can't be that powerful because Trump just like makes AI photos of himself as the Pope.
Yeah,
and
I
every
mean,
Catholic's still MAGA, right? They're like, "Oh, I'll still vote for you, even though you've desecrated my religion." But so I don't know.
Hold on 1 second.
What do we do? Let's talk about some solutions.
All right, no. You got to roll with the punches.
I don't know. Not like giving up doesn't sound like the right thing.
Okay, well let's counter options. Number 1, giving up. Mm-hmm. Number 2,
getting a gun is giving up, but in like a different way.
getting a gun is tough because like you can't really do shit against the army. That's what these people think.
Right,
like,
right.
Even if you have like a good, nice pistol,
right.
There's a guy with an AR-15. Like you're not gonna do shit.
Right.
You know, if that's at the end of your block, you're gonna try to look for cover. So getting a gun and escalating is not the move. You could take a bunch of drugs and fully disassociate.
I've tried that. It didn't really work out.
But not if you never come back down.
Okay. I feel like we've gone off the rails a bit. This episode kind of meandered. We kind of went a lot of places.
It's a lot of things happened this week.
Yeah, we've been all over the place, and this is my second coffee of the day.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, I mean, if Asif's like, I'm going to get coffee, I'm like, I can't say no. I mean, I could, but I don't. Coffee's just too good.
Yeah, I'm on 5 cups a day regime.
Yeah, I mean, you got to stop that.
Nah, bro.
That is insane.
That's
bro.
a lot of coffee.
Nah, but that's how rent gets paid.
My grandfather took this from the cold, dead hands of a Nazi soldier in World War II. What?
I think this guy's grandfather was actually the Nazi.
It's just the popular page for Reddit.
Okay. Well, should we go to?
We can switch to Patreon. Yeah.
Let's go to the. Oh, that's a sad ass. But this is my mom.
That is pretty sad. Just on our phone.
Yeah.
God damn.
Like and subscribe, rate and review.
Is Kamala Harris?
We gotta land this plane. We gotta land it.
Is Kamala Harris running in 2028?
No.
No way.
I hope not.
Pete Buttigieg.
Pete is not gonna win, bro. The country's not ready to vote for a gay dude. Do you think the country's ready to vote for a gay dude?
The second gentleman. He's
Yeah.
gonna have a second.
Yeah. You think
It'll be the second gentleman.
Do you think the country's
No.
ready for that?
What?
Oh, sick, dude.
That's crazy.
A goat just kicked a drum.
Bro, this country isn't ready for shit. We're not even ready for just common sense.
No.
No.
So,
What you gonna do?
even though Pete Buttigieg does have the best ability to sit there and take a bunch of bullshit and then just be rational back, it's really impressive.
Yeah, I'd like to see him fight JD Vance.
Yeah.
Them two debating would be pretty sick.
I mean, JD Vance would get got. That's why it's never going to happen.
Was that my child?
I think so.
Yeah.
Either your child or yeah, it's
my
your child.
Okay, let me go assist real quick.
You want to just end the YouTube episode?
Like and subscribe. Cold Plunge. We're going to switch to Patreon now.